everyone, my name is Welonz, and despite not being dead, we're checking out I Am Dead today, a puzzle game about exploring the afterlife. And this is published by Annapurna Interactive, who are probably my favorite indie game publishers, and that alone is enough reason for me to want to check this out, pretty much. It looks like we're starting on a beach.
Well, here I am again, Morris Lupton, off for my morning walk. This must be the finest stretch of beach on the finest island the whole world over. For a little speck of land in the North Atlantic, it sure is a good un. Oh, I see those yoga folks up at the lighthouse are up bright and early, saluting the sun and all that. I always thought that looked like fun.
Morning yoga.
But this walk isn't the same without Sparky. She did love chasing that tennis ball. Oh, Sparky, I miss you, girl. Shelmerston used to be a quiet place. You'd only come here if you liked fishing or bird watching. But since the new ferry service started, we get loads of tourists. But what you gonna do? It's always changing. The crater's definitely been smoking more than usual lately. That's funny, that, for a dormant volcano.
Well, there's a volcano on the island.
Yep, Shelmerston's a smashing place. I'm lucky to call it home. The bench. Yeah, this is, well, it's my bench. Yeah, the museum paid for it because I was the curator there. Yeah, and they did that to remember me because, oh yes, I am dead.
But yet, you're still here.
It's been some adjustment, but not all bad. Yeah, I should probably go and check on the museum, actually.
Can people still see me?
Yeah, I've been collecting the stories of Shelmerston for years now, here in my museum. There are so many stories, and wonderful ones. The museum started off small, but just grew and grew.
Museum reception desk.
It's shut at the moment, of course. Not sure what's going to happen with it now that I'm no longer doing it. I do like coming back here, though. Gives me a bit of purpose, which I've really missed since, becoming dead. Oh, one thing that's been keeping me amused. Since I've been dead, I've found I can do some, new things.
Like? Looking at stuff? Hold, slice in. Yes. This is some kind of, we have some sort of an X-ray-ish power where we can look into things.
Pretty weird. Yeah, I'm not sure what use it is, but it's been keeping me quite entertained.
A sword? Alright. No. I was wondering how I can get out of here. If that's alright? Is there a specific way you want me to look at this? Oh.
But the novelty's worn off. I mean, it's been, I don't know how long exactly, but an awful long time since I've had anyone to talk to. Well, anyone who talked back, anyway.
So nobody can see me. Nobody can interact with me.
No, I couldn't. That sounds like Sparky? Is that you?
We have to find a tag. Okay, well there's plenty to look at here. We have our own memorial table. This is me. Or this was me. The curator. How nice. Oh, there's an urn here. Oh. Can I kind of look inside? Oh. Oh.
Morris, come with me. I need to show you something.
Wow, you look just like that photo. Maybe we can interact with the other dead.
What's it's Sparky?
Morris, you worked it out.
Oh, you can talk?
Well, I could always talk. You just couldn't understand me.
And you can hear me?
Well, sure. You are talking, aren't you?
Oh, Sparky!
What is it, Morris?
It's been so long. I thought I'd had my last conversation. Oh, I'm so very glad.
I'm glad too, Morris. I've been waiting for you. We need to go...
Oh, wait. Are you really my Sparky? My Sparky girl?
Mostly. The best bits. But listen,
Ooh.
I don't know how long before the volcano erupts, but it's not long now.
The volcano erupting? But it's dormant.
No. It has been dormant because of the custodian. But the custodian is weakening and we don't know how much longer they can hold on.
The custodian? I mean, what are you talking about?
Shelmerston is volcanic. It's supposed to erupt every once in a while. The only reason it hasn't is the custodian, keeping the island calm.
Wait, custodian keeping the island calm?
Take your time, Morris. Dogs are better at understanding this kind of stuff than humans.
The custodian is a ghost.
Yes! Now you're getting it. The custodian is a ghost who appeases the island, keeps it safe to live on. But the current custodian has been doing the job a long time and really needs to retire.
Oh, and the island needs a new custodian.
That's right. It's up to us to find a new one. There are 5 prospects that I know of. 5 ghosts still hanging around the island who haven't gone into the west yet. We need to find them and see if they'll take the job.
Well, what if none of the prospects wants it?
If the current custodian fades away and there's nobody to commune with the island's spirit, well, that would be bad.
Bad how, Sparky?
Volcano bad. You've seen how it's smoking. We don't have long now.
Well, could I be the custodian?
Oh, I wish. But Ghost Code 342B dictates that the custodian must be a ghost who has been dead on this island for at least 1,000 days. And we don't have that long.
Ghost Code 342B. Yeah, well, I suppose that makes as much sense as anything else.
Right. Let's get going, Morris. Our first prospect is Peter Noach.
Oh, yeah, from the yoga centre. Yeah, he died a few years ago, didn't he? Yeah, I remember his funeral on the lighthouse.
Yes, that's the fella. He always had those funny green treats. Let's go pay him a visit.
1,000 days? So just under 3 years then. Okay. Wow, we're being... I never thought I'd see you again, Sparky. Let alone be told by you. And Ghost Code 34-2B that we have to find another ghost.
Wow, flying! Oh, this feels nice.
What? Oh, right. Oh, you kind of forget about it after a while.
I always was impressed with this yoga centre. Pete seemed like a chap who went through some tough times, and creating this place really seemed to help him.
Yep, and it's still going strong. They're always busy with folks from the mainland.
Yoga centre run by a robot. How things change. Well, it seems to be working out, though.
Oh.
So, now Pete's a ghost, so how do we find him?
Well, remember that clue I sent you from inside my urn? The tag?
Yeah.
Right. So that was something special to me while I was alive that helped me channel my ghost. A kind of memento. So we need to channel the ghost of Peter Noach. And to do that, we need to find his mementos.
And how are we going to do that?
By looking into the memories of those who loved him best. People with memories of Pete will have little thought bubbles coming out of their heads. Those are a sign you'll be able to dive into that person's memory.
I suppose that's hardly the strangest thing I've heard today.
Oh, Morris, just you wait. Now, to recap. Find people who are close to Peter, view their memories, track down the mementos, and then leave the rest to me.
So people, then memories, then mementos, then Pete. Yeah, think I get the idea. Okay, let's go.
Okay, we got our job cut out for us. Pete arrived on Shelmerston to take the job of lighthouse keeper. He led a solitary life for several years, seldom visiting the town and speaking only rarely, before opening the lighthouse as a yoga retreat, with the help of a robot named EM. Oh, in the very beginning, we saw some people doing yoga at the lighthouse. Wouldn't that be an amazing view? Wow. And Peter died in 2013, so definitely over 1,000 days. And I suppose we're gonna make use of our little X-ray power to help us out? Okay. Toby Love. Becca McIntyre? Okay. These people don't particularly have special memories with Pete, I suppose. But we can look at everything here and anything here. Oh! Yeah, it's not really like an X-ray vision, but more of a cross-section. And this works from every angle that we're looking at too, which is kind of a weird concept to wrap my head around, but it's there, and we can do it. Oh hey! Where'd you come from? You're done. Oh, there's different people here now. That was fast. If I choose a person... No, we can't get a cross-section of a person. That looks like a smiley face. That'd be a little bit too creepy, right? Seeing the intestines and stuff. But so far, we haven't seen... Are these humans? That's a very pink ear you've got. We haven't seen any speech bubbles yet, so maybe on a different floor? Oh, that must be EM. EM 243B. Robots like EM were commissioned as a part of a lighthouse automation project and shipped out to lighthouses all over the British Isles. Designed specifically to aid the running of a lighthouse. The EM models were also known for their enhanced empathy circuits and horticultural skills. Oh, lighthouse robots? That seems pretty specific. Robot assistant. You've got a memory.
When Pete arrived at the lighthouse, he needed help running it, but refused all offers. Eventually, fearing the possibility of a shipwreck, Trinity House sent me to Shelmerston to help keep things running smoothly.
I'm trying to make it... Okay.
I bought Pete a plant as a welcome present. He introduced himself very quietly, but didn't seem to want to say anything else. He seemed distracted, like gravity was pressing down on him harder than other people.
If we keep turning this, we can see other memories. Well, we gotta turn it just right.
Whenever I would enter a room, Pete would mutter some excuse to leave. I didn't have a single conversation with anyone in months.
The robot's the one yearning for conversations. Maybe Pete doesn't like technology. Yeah.
Eventually, Pete noticed the plant. Then, Pete noticed me. That was the start of what became this plant room. We spent hours in here over the years, sowing seeds and tending our plants together.
Aw, that's sweet. The beginning took a little while, but eventually they became friends. Aww.
Wow. Robots got complicated, didn't they? Yeah, I didn't realize how important them was to Pete. I suppose everyone needs a friend. Huh, Sparky?
Especially when you work in a lighthouse. You don't really come across people randomly, right? They gotta come to you, or you gotta go to them. Nice to have a friend who also works here. Oh, some gardening products. All of which we can look through. The cross-section of. That is so... It must be a similar mechanism, how we can look at people's memories. It's almost like we're cross-sectioning people's brains. M's room. His or her blueprint. Its blueprint? It has significant improvements over the previous one. Better power distribution between limbs, 2 extra sockets for high-speed memory, improved sealing around the head joint. The earlier model suffered from saltwater incursion, eventually resulting in rusty neck syndrome. Even though we're by a beach, it seems like this world is pretty technologically advanced. Oh, even you have a memory. What's up? Stella, the cormorant. Nests on the lighthouse.
I was getting ready to lay my egg.
It's a girl birdie. Well, yeah, her name is Stella. Are you also here for yoga?
But my nest needed that little something extra.
A Rubik's Cube?
I found the perfect thing.
Oh, you a smart birdie.
The human and that metal beast seemed quite agitated at their loss.
I always hated those bloomin' things.
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't be surprised, but even birds and other animals here have memories of Pete. When you're dead, things are just strange. And because of the memory, we're now looking for a Rubik's Cube. Is that what's going on? Fresnel lens for the lighthouse. Developed by Augustine John Fresnel to reduce the amount of glass needed to create lighthouse lenses, whilst still allowing the light to be shown over a large distance. This is achieved by, instead of one curved lens, a Fresnel lens features a series of smaller, flat sections at different angles, which give the same focusing effect with a smaller volume of glass. Interesting, but probably not where we're gonna find the Rubik's Cube, right? Oh, and even for the robot earlier, maybe I was supposed to go find the plant, specifically? The nest probably wouldn't be inside the lantern room though, would it? I see a feather, but that's not... not exactly what we're looking for. Let's pan out a little bit. Where is your nest exactly? Oh. Oh, no, that's a bird. That is a bird. Well, I don't see a nest just looking around here. Someone's here now. Why don't we keep looking around for the memories then, or... No, that's a fish. That is a fish. You have one eye. You have one eye. How should I feel about this? You have blood on your beak. Oh my. Oh, okay. Okay, you're gonna eat it. At the very minimum, the Rubik's Cube, maybe they moved it elsewhere already. Maybe it's not in the nest. Yeah, I'm back here. Did they want me to look for a special plant with a special vase that has a ribbon on it? Well, at first glance, I don't see it, but maybe we gotta do some cross-section stuff. Paper plant. Who knows? Oh. Well, that's okay. Why don't we just keep looking around for memories? I'm sure we'll come across the items sometime. No, not central sofa, but the person. Jennifer Leslie, a convert to yoga, having initially been skeptical, a keen golfer, she's found that yoga has significantly improved her core stability, improving both the accuracy and the power of her swing. A yoga retreat attendee.
I just got divorced and really wanted to go on a golfing holiday, but my best mate Tammy somehow talked me into doing a yoga retreat instead. Yoga made me feel weird and uncomfortable. After the first day, I'd basically given up. I thought Pete was a bit angry with me. It was hard to tell. Exploring the lighthouse, I came across Pete's set of clubs. Bingo, I thought. I wondered where I could practice my drive. I took the clubs up to the observation deck and spent all afternoon perfecting my stroke. The sun was shining. It was the best time I'd had all week. Suddenly, I was aware of Pete watching me. My heart sank and I braced myself for a telling off. How wrong I was. Pete cracked a smile and joined in. Every evening for the rest of that week, we were up on that observation deck, driving balls into the sea. Best holiday in years. I even got into yoga by the end.
Oh, that's sweet. And you're still here, even though Pete's not here and hasn't been since 2013. It's 2020 here, right? That's sweet. But you guys are just hitting the golf balls into the ocean? That seems a bit... Aren't you gonna run out of balls eventually? Did I not get it right? Here we go.
I guess old Pete had a light side after all.
And this time, the item I'm looking for is that, what's the name of that thing? It's a little thing that holds the golf ball before you hit it. It's got a name, I just don't remember it off the top of my head, that's all. These are muffins and cupcakes! That's not a muffin. It's a cupcake, but it's not the girl's bag, so we're not gonna find that in here. Just you wait. It might be the guy in the back. Would I be looking for the item within the room here? Or is it possible that it's somewhere else? We don't really know yet because I haven't found a single item, but hey, that golf bag there looks pretty promising. Golf tee. Golf tee from the Kabul Golf Club where Pete Noach was stationed in Afghanistan. A gift. A gift to Jennifer.
I wonder how many golf balls are in the sea around this lighthouse.
A lot, according to what we've heard. Yeah, so we're indeed trying to look for the items here, the mementos.
Okay, let's find some more memories.
Yeah. Anybody around here? Well, I suppose a Rubik's Cube must be on the... up in the observation deck somewhere. I just didn't see it, that's all. Whoa, we got some like fancy sextants and stuff. Astrolabe. Rock with a hole. Mini M. A gift from a friend. Record collection. Pete was a record kind of guy. Oh, we got a gramophone here. This is all still Pete's stuff? Is it not the stuff of the people attending here at all? Kitchen? Simone Ansley. After Pete died, Simone wasn't sure if she would return to the Shelmerston Yoga Center, but she didn't want to let down the regular group of friends she'd made here. They'd always come for half-term, and when she arrived, she discovered that the old magic hadn't been lost.
Pete was hard to read, you know? strong, silent type. But you could tell he loved his collection of Buddhas. He said they were like fat little soldiers that kept him safe. To be honest, I thought that was a bit odd. But he was a great teacher. Pete was very protective about his collection, hated people messing with them, even telling off Em when she was dusting them. One day, one of the Buddhas went missing. Pete was distraught. Not much affected him, so it was a shock for everyone to see how upset he was.
The pink one.
All of us at the retreat spent the whole afternoon searching, but we never found it.
Oh, we've got to find it then, don't we?
To cheer him up, Em bought Pete a little toy robot. You could tell Pete was delighted.
Or maybe it's the robot we're looking for, which we have already seen.
Ah, what a lovely gesture. She was a good friend, that Em.
No, we're looking for the Buddha. The transitions between the memories is so cool. Well, if I were a Buddha, where would I be? Somewhere very hidden? See, instead of looking normally, what we could do is just like cross-section things and be in them, and that's how we find things. But probably the Buddha wouldn't be here. If we could find the Buddha right away, then how could they have not found it before? Is it somewhere very hidden? Maybe it's in the cabinet here. There's one slipper. Oh, orange plastic clog. What, is that like a crock? Huh. Well, it ain't here. Could be in the shelves. Incense holder. Candles. Oh, what if it's in the vacuum cleaner? That would be so bad. It actually is in the vacuum cleaner! Oh, how did it end up in the vacuum cleaner? That's insane. Wow, oh, you poor thing. Good thing nobody threw it out yet.
Oh, what a nice little fella. I'm glad we found him.
I'm glad too. Can we tell people that it's here? We found him, but the people here haven't. And although Pete's gone, maybe we can still let somebody know. Okay, this seems to be... Oh, there is a bottom section to our lighthouse. But nobody here. Well, we can still look around. Cut inside the boilers. Some diver's helmet stuff. Shelving. Look inside the boxes. Provisions. Compressed air. Just stuff. What about this helmet? Bought in a junk shop near Kidderminster. We're getting so many little bits and pieces about Pete and his place, and oh my gosh, this is kind of scary. Robin Firth, the first lighthouse keeper. Or maybe it's a leftover Halloween decoration. We don't know. Well, it's probably on an upper floor, whatever we're looking for. So let's go back up again. And plus, we still gotta find the plant. The one plant that has a special vase with a ribbon on it. There are so many plants here, though. Does the plant itself look special? Doesn't really seem like it. Oh, it's this one. Oh, I didn't recognize it because the fruits came out already.
Ugh. Dogs hate all fruit. I'm not going near this, Morris.
What? Why? I know you guys don't like chocolate. Or rather than not liking chocolate, maybe you just can't eat chocolate.
Hey, I'm starting to pick up the scent of something else here. I think it's Grenkins.
Grenkins?
Yeah, they're tiny spirits, distant relations of the island spirit. Apparently they bring good luck. When we get close to one, I'll pop up and let you know.
Okay, Sparky.
Okay. There is a Grenkin. There is a Grenkin. What does that symbol mean? If I leave, it goes away. Well, there is a Grenkin here. I don't know what that symbol is, though. What should I do about it? What is that even representing? Okay. Well, as far as I can tell, it's not really changing or anything. But if we can find a little spirit, that would be nice. No? Do we want to look at M again? We can't, because we already looked at our memories. Yeah, if I go outside. Maybe I'll just see it if I see it. It's a little spirit, right? Well, okay, maybe we'll leave that alone for now. Why don't we go and check out, maybe find the Rubik's Cube or find the last memory? Oh, there's another symbol here. Is that the symbol of the thing we're looking for? It's not a symbol, it's an object. Kind of looks like something on the wall. Huh. Or are you telling me I have to cross-section something to the point that I see this type of shape? Could that be the case? Okay, there's some kind of there's a... What do you call it? Hexagon. Hexagon and another hexagon at the end of it. I'm not sure how you'd do that, though. Like, how would you cut it so that you'd find that shape? Shelve it for now. Why don't we look at the memory? Neil Lambert. Oh, I didn't get to see what kind of person he is.
I met Pete for the first time on a yoga retreat in Goa. He was the best yoga teacher, but very reserved. I noticed he had some army tattoos. I wanted to ask about them, but he would never talk about himself.
Well, the army is not something everyone wants to talk about.
When I got home, I looked him up. I couldn't believe it. He'd been with Special Forces in Helmand and was awarded a medal for bravery. Pete's unit had been in an ambush. He tried to save a colleague whose leg had been blown off, but by the time they'd reached base, it was too late. Pete was the only survivor. I booked the retreat again the next year. I thought he was such an interesting bloke. Still waters, you know. And one evening, after class, I followed him down to the beach. I saw him throw something into the water and went to have a look. Picked it out of the shallows before it was washed away. It was his medal. I picked it up. I went back to Goa the following year, but Pete wasn't teaching and it just wasn't the same. Not as good. Then, a couple of years later, I saw an online ad for his new retreat in a lighthouse, and I booked immediately. I took the medal with me. Perhaps he would want it back. It was the same Pete Noach, and if anything, he was an even better teacher. One coffee break, when I got him on his own, I brought up Helmand in conversation. I wish I hadn't. It was like a shutter coming down. I didn't mention the medal. I kept coming back for the yoga. And you know, over the years I saw Pete mellow. I think the lighthouse was doing him good. He even cracked a joke with the group once in a while. So, that summer, the one before he died, I decided to act. It was the day I was leaving and I showed him his medal. There was a moment of total surprise. I was worried then. But he took it. He turned it over in his hand. The poor guy was lost for words. He gave me a nod of thanks and slipped it into his pocket. I'm glad he got it back.
I'm glad too. It's hard. He was in the army and he lost friends in his service, but he was given a medal, which probably felt kind of like, why am I getting a medal for bad things happening?
Oh, Pete. I had no idea.
Neil was a student of Peter's after meeting him at a yoga retreat in Goa years ago. A lot of people seem to love him enough to come back for Pete specifically, so he must have been a very good yoga teacher. Now, I want to try to find the shape that we're looking for here, but it's a little bit mysterious to me. I wish they would at least show me it once, but the thing we're looking for is the metal specifically. Matches. Smoker. He's a smoker. There's a pipe. A case. Conspicuous gallantry cross. In many ways, the reason he started teaching yoga.
This is a conspicuous gallantry cross. They don't give those to just anybody.
So he was extra good, which probably made him feel extra bad. I want to say this thing we're looking for is probably something on the wall, but I'm really just not seeing that shape at all. I kind of want to find it before we move on to the last Rubik's Cube.
Okay, we're in the right place. But now we need to slice and rotate this object to just the right spot to get the Grenken out.
Oh, okay. So I was on the right track, but I mean, that shape that we saw here versus the walkie-talkie that we're looking at, it doesn't look like it at all. Oh, in the beginning then, I guess we just gotta click on stuff and find it somehow. But now that we're here, here's a shape. Hello? Would you like to talk?
Hello, Grenken. Good to see you. Morris, these spirits have been on Shelmerston for thousands of years, and they bring good luck. We should definitely keep finding them.
They're also incredibly difficult to find. Oh, the sculpture garden top. Oh, no. Yap's Head Lighthouse Ballroom. More of a collectible kind of thing, I guess? Huh. A bit of luck then. More about clicking on a bunch of stuff and trying to get it. Now let's go back to finding the Rubik's Cube then. It's gotta be here somewhere. You hiding it on your foot? Oh no, I got you.
I was getting ready to lay my egg.
I'm good. I know you were gonna lay your egg. Well, it's gotta be inside the lantern room then, because I don't see it on the roof or anywhere here. Get inside here? Oh, there you go. Confound your friends by insisting. This is fun to solve. Nobody solved it.
Dogs are actually very good at solving these. They're just hard for us to turn.
Oh, hey, I have hands. I've got fingers. Wanna work together? Okay, well, I believe that would be all the memories here.
Okay, that's all of the mementos. Now what do we have to do?
Wow, I'm getting a really strong scent. Well done. I should easily be able to sniff out Peter's spirit now.
All right then. What do you need me to do?
Absolutely nothing.
Good.
Just let me do my thing.
Awesome. absolutely nothing. Click and hold here to release Sparky. Okay, you're letting me go at my own pace. Okay, in that case, why don't we find that last Grankin then? There is one more in the garden room. But how on earth we're supposed to be able to find whatever that object is? That might take a little bit of work. It's not this. But you saw earlier though, like you can't really tell from the outside. You just gotta click on stuff and hope that... Oh? Are you serious? Other way? Other way? Are you serious? This can't be true. It's you. It's you. I know it's you. Oh, what about from the bottom? Oh, there we go. Yeah, because whenever we cut in through it, the yellow dots... Does that make sense? Because going from the top, we would never get it. The yellow dots are created by us cutting through the vase, or the watering can. Cool, cool. Okay, we did it. Sparky, your time to shine.
What in the world?
There's many things in the world you haven't seen, Morris.
Those things,
Yep. Yep. Those are all of Pete's fragments. I just need to round them up.
Well, go get them, girl.
Oh, you're like a floating cloud. Follow me, fragments. We're gonna bring you to where you need to be. Oh, Sparky, you're like a magical spirit. Hey, Pete. He's wearing Crocs. And doing yoga.
Pete? Oh, wow. It's really you. But it's me, Morris. Morris Lupton.
Of course I remember you, Morris. It's lovely to see you. How's death treating you?
Oh, well, you know, it's a bit jarring, but, well, I'm having a nice enough time. But listen, Pete, we've come to ask you something. Do you know about the custodian?
The custodian? The person who communes with the island, yes? I've noticed the volcano looks like it's waking up.
Yes, well, that's the thing. We need a new one.
Oh, me? To be the custodian? Oh, Morris, I'm flattered, but I don't think I'm the one for this job. I spent my whole life and my whole afterlife trying to find peace. And lately, I think I found it. I'm satisfied with how things turned out. I'm finally ready to go into the West. I don't want to stay around any longer.
Ah, well, fair enough.
Would you want to come with me? I would be grateful for the company.
Well, that's kind of you, but I do really need to help find a new custodian. Maybe afterwards.
I understand. Well, best of luck with the search then. I'm sure you'll find someone perfect for it.
Well, you were the first person we're looking into, so I really didn't think you were gonna be the new custodian. I personally feel like, hey, well... Oh yeah, but we can't become the new custodian because we haven't been dead for 1,000 days. I still kind of feel like maybe something will happen later that makes it so that maybe it's okay for me to be it. Nobody else wants a job. And plus, the curator of a museum becoming the new custodian. Isn't that basically perfect? Okay.
Well, that didn't go well.
Oh, no worries, Morris. Plenty of other prospects. Well, 4.
Hey, Pete mentioned going into the west. What is that?
Oh, well, that's a very complicated question, Morris. Just think of it as leaving all this behind, which is not something we can do now. We need to go find Val. They're opening the sculpture park today.
Oh, is that opening already? Time certainly does move a bit quicker once you're not in the world. Talking to people, it all feels so distant. Though, if I'm being honest, I suppose I was a little buried in the museum those last few years after, well, you know. You might say I started living like a ghost well before I became one.
Oh, you weren't a ghost, Morris. That museum is full of life, and ghosts can't give belly rubs anywhere near as well as you did, trust me. Now let's get going. We're gonna find Val.
Ah, yes, Val. I do feel a bit sorry for her, having her home invaded by all these silly artists.
Maybe. But at least we have a laird who's interested in doing nice things for Shelmerston.
I suppose so. I was never sure about letting all those artists stay on Shelmerston, but I must admit that his heart's in the right place. Well, let's find Val then. After you, Sparky.
Well, this seems like a pretty good place for me to end off my first look here. Interesting little tale. Not sure where it wants to go in terms of how the volcano issue is going to be solved. But even in the lighthouse, we didn't really spend time looking at every single object. But it did feel like you could learn a lot about Pete just by looking at the place that he used to own and the people around him and the mementos that were around there. Even the bird on the observation deck had something to say. So even though the actual amount of dialogue that we had with Pete was pretty minimal, we got a small sense of what kind of guy he was. He was in the army and he started a yoga retreat to get away from that life. Seemed like he was still thinking about his army days, even while he was at the retreat, but hey, that was for him to figure out. Interesting little title, as is always the case with Annapurna games. Feel free to let me know what you thought of the game in the comments section. This was Welonz with the first look of I Am Dead, and I will see you all in another place, in another time. Bye!